Karen is a teacher at Chesterfield College. She's part of a team of staff teaching on one of the diploma courses. Karen uses ProMonitor. It's the software that the staff use for the college eILP and Markbook. When Karen first started to use the system, she had support from the college TEL team. She still gets advice from the team when new features and functionality are introduced. Recently she's been updating her skills using the new series of video help guides. At the beginning of the year, Karen found her tutor groups and student groups on the system. She now has shortcuts to them, so they're only a click away. She also added links to her groups onto the VLE pages that she uses. Karen uses ProMonitor to get an overview of progress for all of her students. She uses the system to record events and share information with other college staff. She also uses the system to enable her students to fully understand their progress and plan their learning. Students use ProPortal to view their eILP and Markbook. Karen mainly uses ProMonitor at her desktop computer when in college. She logs in from home when marking work and writing progress reports on the system. That suits her way of working. At the start of the year, Karen encouraged her students to add information to their eILP. This helps staff to know more about their learning preferences, their aims, goals, and the things they might need help with. They also use the Information I have read page to work through their induction. Karen locked these initial sections as complete when they were all done. Karen regularly adds smart targets to her students' eILPs to help them prioritise areas of their learning and keep them on track. This lets them know and remember what's important and when things need to be completed by. Some of her students also add smart targets of their own for their wider development aims, things like passing a driving test and structuring stages of their assignment work. Karen can now easily set smart targets for her students when she adds online feedback to assignments in the Markbook section of ProMonitor. Karen has her own tutor group and occasionally adds group enrichment records when all of her group work on an activity together, like taking part in the recent Macmillan Coffee Morning. Her students also add their own records for their volunteering, ambassador work and work experience. Further activities like college sports sessions are added and recorded by the staff organising them. Karen's department admin team help her to record details of her students' work experience sessions. This has its own section on the eILP and shows contact information, planned hours and attendance patterns. Karen can check this and encourage her students to write about their work experience on their enrichment page. Karen records an outline of the meetings she has with her students, and they often add additional comments and agree outcomes. She can also see records of meetings that other college staff have had with her students. She has noticed that a number of them are meeting with the guidance team to inquire about university. Karen will be able to prepare her reference statements on the eILP UCAS pages for the students planning to apply. She can also help them with their own UCAS statement, which she can see from her view of her students' eILPs. Karen uses the comment pages within ProMonitor to let other staff know about important student information. Sometimes it's issues they're working through, sometimes it's support they need from other college areas, and sometimes it's success that deserves to be recognised. She can allow her students to see some of the comments and encourage them further. Karen can also add follow-up comments to meeting records to inform other staff about an outcome of a meeting. Sometimes Karen has more sensitive information that needs recording, and the normal comments are not appropriate for this. Instead, Karen uses the confidential comments facility that has restricted viewing access. Karen has a small number of students in her group that are receiving support. She can see details of the strategies that the support team have in place and read a summary record for each of the support sessions that her students receive. This helps Karen to more easily plan learning activities that match the needs of her students. Some of Karen's students require closer support to keep them on track. Karen uses the risk indicator page to keep an overview of students that seem to be falling behind. She can see their late assignments, at-risk comments and missed targets. The team may flag the status for some to higher risk until they get back on track to make it easier for the team to monitor the progress and take action when it's required. Some of Karen's students are only showing concern with parts of their study and only have those particular enrolments flagged as at risk. The team add a note to the risk flag to explain why it's been added, and sometimes they add outline information about strategies that might help. They also use the same function to flag high achievers who may require additional stretching activities. This helps them to achieve their full potential. Karen helps her students not to forget important things by adding group entries into their online diary. All of the meetings, targets, hand-in dates are automatically added here as they are set up on the eILP. Karen has her own view of her diary on ProMonitor to help her manage her students' meetings and review the SMART targets that she has set. Karen and her department admin team have structured an online markbook within ProMonitor which holds all of the unit, assignment and task completion information for her students. They have also added student target grades for each student to help motivate and encourage them to reach higher grades. Karen's students can see the assignments they have completed and they can see all of the criteria they have achieved. Their assignment schedule shows them the dates of all of their assignments for all units across the year. BTEC resubmission details can also be planned in. Recently, Karen started adding assignment feedback comments into the eILP markbook so students can better understand how the grade was arrived at. This lets them use the feedback for other work even before they come back into college. Karen uses the system to publish a detailed end-of-term online summary report for each student. This shows her students, and sometimes their parents or employers, an overview of their progress, attendance and targets. It also has encouraging summary comments from Karen and the other tutors delivering the diploma. The best thing about ProMonitor, eILP and Markbook is that they help to keep Karen's students organised and in touch with the progress of their learning at all times. It helps the information to be shared with managers and appropriate staff across the college. There are reports that can be run to provide an overview of virtually any part of the eILP and Markbook. This helps to shape and guide the wider college student experience. Karen's students stated that they feel enabled and empowered to use technology and online resources to support their learning. Ofsted asked them about this in their student voice questions.